And without further ado, we are ready for Divinity Original Sin 2 by Forrest. Alright, whenever you're ready to get started, Forrest.
Okay. I'm just gonna explain my setup first, my build and stuff before I start. So this is Divinity Original Sin 2, if you're not familiar with the game. It is like a tactical RPG. A lot of people tend to compare it to like if Dungeons and Dragons was a video game. It's not entirely. Oh no, Chops is watching me. He knows more about this game than me. It's not entirely accurate comparison, but it's close, I'd say, probably. So I'm playing as an undead, notably Fane, which is one of the main characters of the game. There's a couple reasons for that. One is because undead has a specific trait that I'll get more into later, but also because of this ability that I will get called Time Warp that can give extra turns to either me or an ally. My build is just maxing strength, polymorph, telekinesis, talent, lone wolf, of course, which in this game, what lone wolf is that if you have a party of 2 or less, then you just get a massive buff. And it's kind of overpowered. And I pick Ode because it's the best instrument here. Okay. So, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So I have it set so that my scroll wheel kind of skips through dialogue by mashing 1. So that's why my dialogue is just going to go super fast. Oh no, I needed that out. Whatever. It's kind of... I'm running on the old patch, by the way, of the game. So it doesn't have that tutorial that the Definitive Edition patch has.
Good God, there's been a murder here.
I'm going to move some stuff around. Need to equip this. I'm going to drop this. Okay, so I'm going to do a little trick here, where I will rest and then hit this card in order to start this segment without having to talk to anybody. Scroll wheel go burr. Being rested from the bedroll makes it so I don't get knocked down. Which, when I get knocked down there from that little cutscene thing, I'll end up laying on the ground for a really long time. So there's wall clipping in this game. By dropping an item, I can walk through walls as the item is dropping. I don't do that much this run, actually, because I eventually get a better way to clip through walls and stuff. So I came in this room to pick up these barrels. They're called Death Fog barrels. It does exactly as advertised. It creates fog that causes death. I'm just going to pick up this fire scroll, and in order to skip this fight and segment, I'm going to grab this again and take this firebomb to kill the people on this boat. And that ends the ship segment without having to do anything else. This kid is pissed though. He's mad. They're going to come for me. There's nothing else I have to do right now. I just have to wait for this to end. It takes a set amount of time. And now I'm in chapter 1. Okay. So the war crimes that I have stored in my pocket are a little bit heavy, so I need to drop them.
Well, that was decidedly unpleasant.
Dang it.
Neither.
I'll come back for those later.
Depending on one's definition of survival, of course.
want to keep that fireball moved over so I don't accidentally use the fireball while scrolling. Because if I scroll at all, I'll be hitting 1, which will activate whatever my first ability is. Gets in the way. If you played this game at all, you've probably seen Fort Joy a million times and maybe have seen Chapter 2 like a total of 2 times. So there's like a whole dialogue segment here. It takes a long time. It's kind of cutscene-y. It's not really a cutscene, but it plays out like one. If I just go invisible, I could sneak past it. So I don't have to like watch them have their moment. And this is probably the most actually like the most interesting and difficult parts of the run. Is I'm going to get a second party member. I'm going to unlink us, and now I have to control 2 different characters at the same time. They're going to be doing 2 different objectives here. So I'm going to break into the castle here with this crate I picked up, which is going to piss off the guards. But thanks to Lone Wolf, I have enough action points to make it to this door. And they don't follow me. They just give up. I'm gone. And Los is going to come down here to this spot. There we go. In the game, this segment's pretty interesting because there's like a bunch of ways to get out of Fort Joy and like progress. You should do all of them in a playthrough because they all give a lot of XP, but here I'm just gonna steal this boat by sneaking past them. Fog of War is getting a little bit in the way of this part, but I just have to keep Fane moving as much as possible while Los does this part. This part's a bit tricky, because I need the alligator to come within range for me to hit it. Where's the platform I'm looking for? There it is. Okay. Oh, it's in range! It's in range! Stay! No, I missed. Okay, it's fine. It'll come back eventually. That angle's a little tricky, because I'm below, like, the ground. Okay, he'll be walking for a while. I hope it comes back soon. Like, that should be the spot. No, that's not quite it. There we go. So, the crocodile swallowed gloves that give teleportation. And I need to get those gloves from it. So I'm just going to kind of sit over here a little bit. I'll give it some room. And then just pass my turns until it decides to teleport over. And I'm going to continue on with Fane over here. Just kind of skipping this chapter mostly. Like, there's a ton of stuff I can do in this chapter. But I'm going to be doing almost none of it. I do want to pick up this barrel right here. So I'm going to go back to Los, see how she's doing. Okay, and that's not my turn. Oh, good. He came sooner than normal. I'm just going to keep him stun locked while I beat him down. Fane is going to continue onwards. I'm a little low on health. Shouldn't matter. I don't normally get hit at this part, so... No, that will break stealth. That would be a terrible idea. I'm glad I stopped myself. I need a stealth here in order to avoid these dudes, because if they see me, I get one shot. Okay, back to Los for a second, because I need the gloves now. Okay, so now this clip right here is a little tricky. It's not really, it's kind of not clipping through a wall. I'm just trying to get, well, I am clipping through the wall, but I want to get on top of this platform by standing as close to the wall as possible. There we go. And now, the first use of Death Fog in the run. I'll place it up here, and just wait a second for this Magister to start moving.
Meet your maker.
Easy. Los isn't as important right now. She did most of what I needed her to do. I need to wait for Alexander to move within line of sight.
A pity they didn't just listen. All this could have been averted.
And there we go. Alexander's dead. Oh, stealth again? That fight starts, but I am not in combat at the moment, which is good. Okay, now I need to lead this fight. Where is the knight? There he is. The knight takes forever. Oh, I got put in combat. That's fine. At least teleportation's off cooldown.
Feel yourself.
So they're going to spend most of this fight just going after the drill worm. So I don't really need to worry about them. However, I do want this knight dead because he will take way too long to die. So I will teleport him up here next. And that will be my turn. Okay, so now Los. Back to Los. I need to raise my strength so that I may pick these up. Otherwise I can't. And then I will send them over to Fane. I was not supposed to take this. And then just send her to Fort Joy. Go back to Fane. Skip the turn. And now I just kind of have to wait as they go through this fight. It's a little bit random. Going to get my stats up. Warfare, Scoundrel, Huntsman. Skip my turn. Bring up Telekinesis. They're not really going to hit me. Ooh, Hilda's up here. That's good.
Hey,
Okay.
you're a little light in your pack, ain't you, girl? Who could blame you with the garbage they've got for sale round here?
So now we're just going to sit here and watch them fight the drill worm. Not much else I can do at the moment. I'm sorry for the outside noises. I'll probably close my window on my next turn. Wait. Okay, there he is. Like, I thought, did they both die?
In the meantime, I'll give a quick reminder that we have our Skyrim Marriage Bid War. Currently, Marcurio is winning at $60. However, Tari is only at $55, and that is going to be closing near the end of this run. So, if you want to see somebody else other than Marcurio end up in the marriage percent, then make sure to get your donations in soon, because eventually that is going to be closing up. We also have a couple of great incentives as well, so look at those when you send in your donations too.
Okay, so now I'm going to do the trading. Now that I'm level 4, I get the teleport skill books,
Nice. Heading into the kitchen? Don't try and
which would be Cloak and Dagger and Tactical Retreat. And I will send both to Fane. So now I just gonna have to wait. Everyone's dead except the marksman, so I just have to wait for teleportation to come off cooldown. And then bring him up here. Wait, what? What did I just grab? It wasn't the assassin, or the marksman. Huh? That's weird.
Glory is mine.
So here's one reason why I run on old patch. There's a glitch with the teleportation spells, where normally you can only teleport within like a range that you see here. But by instantly using it and moving my cursor, I can teleport basically anywhere, even out of bounds.
See? After you.
And here is another glitch. So what's going to happen is I'm going to drop these barrels, make a quick save, and then pick them up. Now when I enter a new chapter, I'll have those barrels again. This is a whole long segment where you're supposed to like figure out how to get the ship running and then a big battle starts. However, by going out of bounds off the ship, that big battle is instanced all the way over here. Funnily enough. Just waiting for tactical retreat to come off cooldown. Now I'm going to cloak myself. Jump all the way over here. And place this barrel right about here. This part's a bit random. Because I need the death fog to kill everything here.
Lava flowing through me. I can't contain it for long.
And if it doesn't, then I might be in trouble. There's a chance. I just need to end my turn. Usually, sometimes they'll just walk into it like that. Other times, that they won't. Ooh, this is kind of bad.
You fight with such fire. Let's make it.
I'm probably gonna die here, actually. Yeah, I did die. Okay, well, fortunately I have that quick save 2 seconds ago. I'm gonna reorganize my bar a little bit.
In the meantime, I just want to make a little reminder that we still have a couple of incentives up. We currently have Super Mario Odyssey nipple percent run, which is at $28.50 out of the required $1,250 for that. So start donating for that because I would say it's worth it. You get to unlock a pretty fun costume where you get to see Mario's nipples, hence the name Nippler percent. So got a couple of options there with your donations, and they're going to a great cause.
Let's make that fire in you more than just a metaphor, shall we?
That's burning. It's like a bomb in my
Okay,
belly,
hopefully
ready to burst.
the death fog goes in the right directions this time. Perfect! It went in all the right directions. Now I just have to sit here and wait.
What the hell was that?
Amadia. The Lords. How can this be? You're...
Okay, so chapters 2, 3, and 4, because of the teleport glitch, end up being very skippable. As you will see in a moment. I messed that up a bit. I didn't realize I got off like the original trigger, but it's fine. I can just walk back in.
Where have you put...
That didn't really skip much of anything. Okay, so now I can save. Fortunately, because I'm not relying on that quick save anymore. Chapter 2 in the base game, like if you're playing through the game for the first time, actually, like, is huge. It's massive. There's a ton of stuff to do. It's amazing. It's like most of the good in the game is Chapter 2, and I'm gonna skip all of it. I want to take my Deathbog barrels back, that duplicated kind of. I'm gonna walk over here in order to get the waypoint. I'm gonna quick save here though, just in case I end up in a bad spot. So a lot of areas are like connected in the same instance like this. And by jumping off the side of the ship here, I am like from here to all the way up here. In this part of the game, your objective is to get more source points, which you can get from several different people. This is one of them. He just gives it for free to you for free, and then basically says, you do this for me later. I'll give it to you now, just do stuff for me later. So I'll get my free source point that way, and then I'll kill him. Because there was another person who was offering a source point if I killed him. And now he'll give me the source point for killing the advocate. So back to the ship. The chapter is mostly done. However, I just need to do one more thing. And that involves jumping off the side of the ship here to the shore. Thank you, Mackie. So I kind of just need to commune with my god here, real quick. Tell them I got my divinity, my source points.
Right away.
Ancient rooms, weird contraptions. This place is an arcanist's dream.
So here what I'm going to do is use my blood and some weed to combine it into a bowl that I'm going to set on fire and inhale the fumes so that I can talk to God.
Do we have a quick time for donation?
Yeah, that's fine.
Speak the spell.
Perfect. We have $20 from Anonymous, who didn't leave a message, but they did actually put their money towards the Skyrim Mayor's Bid War, and it looks like Lydia is now in the lead at $70. So if you want to contribute your decision for it, make sure to get your donations in soon, because it's going to be ending very, very quick.
Tick tock, tick tock. Tarquin slunk off. I'm glad I could have sworn. Very ready to set sail when you are.
Okay. Her dialogue's a little annoying there, because she wants me to like do more stuff on the island, but I don't want to do more stuff. And if I just spam one, then it'll just be like telling her, nah, I think I'll stay and do everything else. So now on to chapter 3.
Here we are. The mist.
I'm going to jump off this side of the boat, and I'm going to save first because I can soft lock, depending on where I land. I don't think I landed in one of the soft lock spots. No, I didn't. Fine. In the game, base game, this is like one of the shortest chapters, and it's even shorter here. So I'm going to come all the way up here. I can climb up here normally, but that takes a long time. Gonna fidget with my stats a little bit as I'm walking.
What holds this aloft?
And by jumping into the void that way, I end up in like the end of this chapter. Oops. Told them. Nope. Yes, I'm ready. God. Alright, so this is basically where you're supposed to, like, become the divine. This game is really good. It's honestly my favorite game ever. Alright, there's another glitch in this game where when, like, an NPC is in combat and is talking on their turn, if I quick save and quick load, then I'll skip their turn in combat. He would kill me right there if he got his turn. So I'm now just going to use the teleport glitch to come down here and end the race to Divinity. Oh no, plot twist. They destroy the thing. And he's dead. Okay, so now my god is pissed at me because I failed to become a divine. So I'm just going to leave that death fog barrel there for no reason. They're going to try to talk to me, tell me they're mad. I'm going to quick save and quick load. Because if they got their turn here, they would have buffed their armor and magic defense to be really high. Instead, right now, it's 1. They have 1 armor. So I may instantly do this, which sends them into phase 2, where they're this giant titan, and I'm just going to try to fidget this onto them. Okay, the death fog did not move in their direction, but I can just teleport them onto it. Alright, I killed a god with war crimes. And that basically ends chapter 3. And now time for chapter 4, which is probably the shortest chapter in the run. Chapter 4 is longer than chapter 3 in the base game. You got like a city to run around and do stuff in. But it's actually shorter than chapter 3 here, because it's very easy to get where I'm going. Wow, this loading screen's taking a while. Funny story, when I gave my estimate of 30 minutes, I didn't take into effect that the time I have is like without loads. So if I get underestimate, that's pretty cool. It's over here. I'm gonna save right here, just in case I get stuck. So I'm jumping over here into the sewers. It should be fine, because like, this chapter really isn't that long at all. I'm mostly just skipping through these sewers to get to the final room that the final boss is in. There's not really much to say about it. I'm skipping a ton of stuff right now. I can't. It'd be impossible for me to describe everything I'm skipping right now. I'm basically just skipping to the final boss. Nope. Wrong ability. Okay. That is exactly where I wanted to land. That wasn't sarcasm. That really sounded like sarcasm, but that is exactly where I wanted to land. I'm gonna wait for a second here, because this is the final boss room. I need haste up, so I need to wait for tactical retreat. I'm gonna save again, just in case I accidentally choose the wrong dialogue option. What? Oh. I had 4, not 3. Okay, so this part, I have to be careful with the dialogue.
The scholar Fane discovered that our king
Because if I choose to sacrifice myself here,
then
then they will... Okay, there we go. Then everyone else will be on my side in this final fight against the main antagonist, Brachus Rex. But if I choose to not sacrifice myself, then everyone will be against me, and there will be 2 phases to this fight.
My ally. Your father. Come to the Source King.
So I'm going to skip the Kraken's turn here by doing the quick save, quick load thing. Except I'm not going to do it in the dialogue. I'm going to do it while it's taking its turn. I'm going to give Lucian here his extra turn. And then I'm going to step over here and teleport Brachus Rex back into the crowd of enemies, or, well, allies, and end my turn. And now I get to just sit here and watch as Brachus Rex is killed by everyone else that isn't me. So time will be coming up soon. So this is basically kind of like Godlight right here. And he's just going to beat the boss to death. And he gets an extra turn because of me. That's part of why I picked Fane. And that time will be coming up right about now. Time. Oh dang, it's a little bit over. If I didn't get the bad luck on the ship in like that interlude, then yeah, that would have been under. I would have said 35 minutes if I remembered the fact that loading times were a thing.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own.
It's all good. Still a wonderful showcase of that game. So thank you very much, Forrest, for showing us Divinity.
Yeah, no problem. Now you get to watch Tops do comfy Skyrim.
Yes, we do. That's going to be coming up next. Skyrim Mara's Percent. The bid war, I think, is actually still open. So if you want to get a last-second snipe, then now is the time. Currently, Lydia is in the lead for the marriage decision, the route that we're going to be taking. So stay tuned for that, and we will be right back with you guys.
Okay, thank you for having me. I'll be heading off now.